Almost half of workers say that their jobs give them more self-worth than their personal life. No wonder that when work feels invisible, we start asking the question, what defines me? Hey, I'm Chris, and here at Pneuma Stories we explore life, beauty, and meaning, all in the context of stories. I invite you to stick around with me. Lately, the question, where do I find meaning, has been popping up a lot. And I think it's because more often than not, my work feels invisible. It's like no matter how much I keep pouring in, I'm just not seeing many results. By the way, we're not crazy for feeling this way. 39% of Americans say that their job is extremely tied to their identity, which means that when the meaning that we tie to our work fades, that question about what defines us becomes more prominent. For me, the pressure shows up in my pastoring experience. There's no spreadsheet that tracks the days that I am present with people, or no key performance indicators for showing up when it matters. Most days it's replying to emails, grabbing coffee with someone, or writing and planning for meetings or for weekend services. And frustratingly, there are no measurable indicators for success. In fact, there are many days where I go home not feeling like I've accomplished much at all. And don't even get me started on how the inner critic likes to capitalize on that. That's why I love yard work. When I'm mowing the lawn or clearing out branches, I can see measurable progress of the work that I'm putting in. But in daily life, often the only result is that someone felt seen, heard, or like they mattered. And that's important, but some days, strangely, that just doesn't feel like enough. A couple of years ago, when Simone Biles announced that she was stepping away from competitive gymnastics, she said, "I am more than my accomplishments." And I have to be honest, that feeling is what I've been chasing all along. Finding peace in knowing that my self-worth doesn't come from my output or my accomplishments. More and more people are wrestling with something that is called quiet cracking. It's when you keep doing the work, but you feel stuck, stressed, and unseen. It's happening everywhere. Artists, business people, teachers, everyone is experiencing this at some level. And it's dangerous because invisibility often leads to burnout. Studies show that 82% of workers are at severe risk of burning out, with chronic exhaustion becoming the new normal. Here's what I keep coming back to. Remembering my worth in God's eyes. 2 Corinthians 5 verse 21 says, "In Christ, we are the righteousness of God." And I don't have to hustle for that. It's a free gift. When my self-worth is tied in His goodness, not in metrics, visibility, or applause, I can finally breathe. My identity is in being loved, accepted, and defined by what Jesus did, not by what I do. And that frees me to do the good work without feeling crushed by it. So if your work has felt invisible, if you have been pouring in without seeing any results, or your mood rise and falls with your job, remember this: invisible doesn't mean worthless. Sometimes the most important work that we do won't get the headline attention. And if you still feel stuck, I invite you to find your identity in how a loving, compassionate, passionate about you God sees you. Find something life-giving that you can pour into, maybe a hobby or a service project, and dwell in the presence of God with you. Let what defines you be deeper than metrics and spreadsheets. If you're living in this tension of what defines you, you're not alone. Share in the comments below how you're navigating it. Pick one small action today that matters to you. Even if no one sees it, God sees you for more than what you do. That's why this channel and this community exists, because here we're defined by grace, presence, and love. Peace.